evening, guys. How are you guys doing today? I have words of encouragement, and I just want to say to you, whoever's watching this, you're probably laying in your bed watching this, but I hope you pray to the Lord first. And I hope you pray to the Lord first before you touch your phone. That is the big key in your life, okay? You have to give God the glory. You have to give him the honor and the praise first thing in the morning before you even touch your phone. The only thing you should be doing pertaining to touching your phone in the morning is turning off that alarm. If it's too loud, like, okay, pick up my alarm, click. No social media, no YouTube, no nothing until you give God the glory, okay? But I want to just encourage whoever is watching this, do not give up. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care what it looks like on your external. Let me tell you something. Your external can be very discouraging. Like what you see around you can be very discouraging. We live in a very discouraging world. Let's keep it real. You see what I'm saying? Things will look like what it's really not. You get what I'm saying? You ever see someone and they look so well put together, but their heart is just mean? You get to know them and you're like, well, this is not a good person. How many of you guys met people like that? Where they in your face, they smiling, you know, they pretending like they're a good person, and then when you hang out with them, you're like, man, this isn't a good person. And how many times have you guys been around people where they have this look on their face and you're like, oh, they're not a good person and they're this, they're that, and then you hang around them or you talk to them and you start feeling convicted, like, man, I judge this person, this is a really good person. I'm using it as an example to show you that what is on the external is not always what is really going on. It's not always what it is. You have to understand something. God is greater than what is going on around you. Whatever obstacle, whatever challenges, God is greater than that. God is greater than that. And can I tell you something? God can turn your life around like that. He can. He wants to give you a miracle. Whoever's watching this, he wants to give you a miracle. However, not every miracle is going to come knocking at your door. Some miracles require you to get up and get the day started. Some miracles require you to get up and work on that assignment. Some miracles require you to get up, pray, have faith, go to work, go to school. Some miracles require you to get up and to leave your home. Some of them, they do knock on your door. Some of them, they'll be in your mailbox. You know what I mean? But not every miracle knocks on your door. You have to understand something. Not everyone's miracle is going to be the same. And not everyone's miracle comes in the same. Okay? You have to understand that God will also give you miracles through people. He will. Even if you're in your home, it may require you to go online to get that miracle. It may require you to reach out to people via email to get that miracle. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the point of the matter is, faith without works is dead. You'd still have to put in some sort of effort. You can sit there and say, I have faith in God that, you know, this is going to fall from heaven. I'm going to just lay here in my bed. Or you can say, I have so much faith in God that to the point where, God, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get my day started. I'm going to do what you need me to do. I'm going to send these emails. I'm going to send these applications. I'm going to start this website. I'm going to start this book. I'm going to start this whatever it is you're going to start. That shows your faith too. The fact that you're willing to get up and do it, that shows your faith too. It's not always about just sitting there, sitting still and waiting. Sometimes it's, you know, putting in the work. Faith without works is dead. Do you know how many people said, okay, this pastor said I'm going to get a miracle. I'm going to just sit here and wait for it. I'm going to keep going to church and tithing. Years pass by. Where's your husband? Where's your wife? Where's your miracle? Because you're only putting faith in the pastor and you're only tithing, right? And this is not to throw shade at no pastor, no church. No. What I'm saying is you have to move sometimes. You have to get up and do things sometimes, because that miracle may not come through that pastor. That miracle may actually come from an unbeliever. I'm keeping it real. God can use anybody to bless you. That job that you're getting up to get ready to go to in the morning, that employer may not even be of the same faith as you, but God still used him or used her to employ you, right? You see what I mean? Sometimes it is through a believer. Sometimes it is through church. You'll get a miracle. Sometimes it's out of church. You'll get the miracle. The point of the matter is you're going to have to put in some work. Even if it's just getting up and getting the application started. Even if it's just getting up and going to the rental office in person and talking to them. Something that you were afraid to do, but you're like, God, I have faith in you. I'm going to go there and I'm going to talk to them. Sometimes it's, you know what, I'm going to go get up and I'm going to go in person to this job place and I'm going to see if I can talk to the manager about a position. Sometimes it requires you to get up and go in person. I'm going to give you an example of this. So in 2019, right? I had to move, not 2019, I'm so sorry, 2018, I had to move out of my family member's home, right? And God literally prepped me. God told me 6 months ahead, like, they're going to try to set you up. They're going to try to block you from getting finances. You need to save as much money as possible and you need to move. God told me 6 months prior to prepare me. I listened to God. I saved up my money. And then around the time that, this was all supposed to play out, it actually started playing out. But the good thing about it is I had money saved so I can get my own place. So I started setting in applications. There was one particular place that came in. I was so weary. There was one particular place that came in, and the Lord actually showed me in prophecy when I was sleeping. He actually showed me in the apartment unit talking to the owner's husband, and the owner's husband said yes, as in you're approved. So me seeing that prophecy, seeing what God showed me, I could have been like, oh, I'm gonna get the place, I don't have to show up in person, I'm gonna get the place, tell my real estate agent to go, speak to the landlord. When he spoke to the landlord, he said it's between me and another person, another woman. I could have just sat there and be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get it. But you know what happened? The Lord actually nudged me to go. He's like, why don't you go in person and go meet the real estate agent and the landlord? Go in person and bring in whatever you need to bring in, because we have to bring, it's me and against me, not against me, but it's between me and this other person, and we have to both bring in our applications, basically, because we both want to put an offer on it. So she chose to do hers online, I chose to go in person. And the reason why I chose to go in person was so I can actually meet the real estate agent, meet the landlord, so they can see who I am. They can kind of put a face on my name, and they can kind of feel out my vibe, my energy, my personality. And the Lord actually nudged me to do it. I didn't want to leave my house. Actually, the place was literally like an hour and a half from my house. But I still got up and I went. Because I went in person, I got the place. Because I listened, I was obedient. Sometimes God will require you to move. And you have to understand something. The enemy, the devil, his goal is to discourage you. His goal is to shift your mood, is to shift your emotions. His goal is to make you see something on the external and feel like there's no point. I give up. Everything's falling apart. There's no point in me trying harder. God, I'm just done. That's what the devil wants. Because let me tell you something. Emotions can take a toll on one's person's body and make them not want to do anything. You can literally wake up in a good mood and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And as soon as something really upsets you, you may end up laying in bed and just going on your phone and being on TikTok and YouTube all day because you're depressed now, because you saw something or heard something that really messed with your emotions, really just messed with you, your mind and everything, right? And then that day is wasted. That time is wasted. The enemy knows this. It's a domino effect. That's what the enemy does. He tries to create a domino effect, because if he can mess with your emotions and get you to feel some type of way, you're not going to get up and work on what you need to work on. You're not going to be ambitious anymore. You're not going to be motivated anymore. And that's what he's trying to do, because he knows that miracle is going to come through someone. But in order for you to get that miracle, you may have to leave your home. You may have to show up at that job place. You may have to show up at the rental office. The enemy knows this. So if he can shift you emotionally, mess with you, make you feel depressed, you're going to drag your feet to get ready. You're going to drag your feet to do all these types of things, and your day is going to get wasted. So you have to understand that, yes, God can make your life turn around like that. He can. But it's going to also, some of you guys, it's going to require you to get up and to start doing things and getting things done for it to happen, because God may give you that miracle through someone else. And if you're going to get that miracle through that person, you may have to get up and you may have to put yourself in a position to where you're going to actually meet them. Okay? So whoever this is that's watching this, don't give up. Do not give up. Don't look at your external and say, okay, it's done. No. Look at your external and say, God's going to shift it. But I also have to get up and I have to move and do what I need to do, what God needs me to do for it to be shifted. Because it's there. It's promised to me. But I have to put in my work too. Understand that is also a part of faith. Trust in God to be able to be like, okay, you know what, God, I'm going to be obedient and do what I need to do. That's another part of faith. Okay? It's not always just sitting still. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.